Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Yes, it is time for another Olight review. The folks at Olight got a hold of me and asked me if I'd like to test out this flashlight. We did a review on the PL Mini 2 Valkyrie not too long ago, and we're going to put this flashlight through its paces. Also, Olight's going to be having a special on these flashlights. On Friday, March 22nd, you'll be able to buy a bundle for 40% off. You're going to be able to pick up the flashlight, the magnetic remote switch, and the mount for $103, and that's a really good deal. They're also going to offer this in a desert tan color too, which is going to be a limited production run for that color. Just a little bit about the Warrior X. Normally retails for about $129.99. You're looking at a 560 meter throw, 2,000 lumens maximum output, aluminum construction, 5-year warranty on that. And if you go to the back, we get into more of the specifics. We're looking at a high beam of 2,000 lumens, a low beam of 600 lumens. Runtime on low is 4 hours and 40 minutes. Runtime on high, it says 1.5 plus 80 minutes. So what we're going to do is run this on high as long as we can, run the batteries down after we have it charged, and see what kind of return time we get on that light. Impact is 2 meters. We're going to be dropping this from 2 meters onto solid concrete in my utility room a couple times to see how well it holds up. Waterproof to 2 meters, so we'll go ahead and just submerge it at least in a couple inches of water just to see if it has any kind of leakage whatsoever. It's 5.59 inches, the bezel diameter is 1.6 inches, and the weight is 7.69 ounces. Now, there's a few more accessories for it. You can get yourself a red filter, a green filter, obviously the magnetic switch, and a couple different mounts that are out there for you too. The mount that I have is going to go on a Picatinny rail. We're actually going to mount this to my AR-15, my Bear Creek Arsenal AR-15, put some rounds through it and see if it can handle the shock of being mounted on a firearm. We're probably just going to run 40 rounds through it just to see how well it holds up. Let's see, box contents, you get the Warrior X with the battery, USB magnetic charging cable, which I absolutely love. That PL Mini 2 has that same kind of hookup on it. It's very convenient to use. TGR tactical grip ring, holster, and user's manual. So you do have a holster if you don't want to mount it to your firearm. First things first, let's just go ahead and check this out and get this out of the box. Now guys, I'm using a new testing surface here for these tabletop reviews and so on, so I apologize if things might be out of focus. I'm still kind of teaching myself how to do the videos on this new surface. We're kind of getting away from the kitchen countertop and doing something else. Change the way you use a tactical flashlight. Now, when Olight contacted me about this, they said that this was a hunting light, which I thought was pretty cool. And by the way, guys, just in case I didn't mention it, that 40% off will be on Friday, March 22nd. I'm pretty sure I did. So here they're going to go through the instructions on how to put it together. They give you the most important part right here, right out of the box. You got a thank you. You got your full instruction manual with warranty information in there too. They show you how to put everything together. We'll get this assembled here in just a little bit. Again, sturdy, rugged construction. Comes in the holster. That is nice. Got a nice ballistic nylon there. You could also put a smaller light or also a pin in there. Speaking of the smaller light, they are going to offer a free mini flashlight that's going to come along with the bundle if you purchase it on March 22nd, which is really cool. Alright, go check this out. We've got a nice anodized aluminum front, very aggressive front on there. Checking out the barrel. Okay, it's got a nice finish on there too, nice even coat. It's got the caution for the hot surface. Decent texturing on there. Really should be nice. You got the clip on there too if you want to mount it in a pocket, front pocket, utility pocket, and so on. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's nice. It's got a little bit of heft to it. It's not too heavy, but again, it does have just a little bit of weight going on there too. Alright, so what else we got here? We have got the USB charger. So Olight, I love the way that these work. You just simply snap them on the back and they charge. You just got to plug them into any USB charging source, like maybe a cell phone charger or just a USB port in general. Heck, you could charge this off your laptop light if you want to. It's got the nice anodized finish to it, and that is awesome. I love that. It's real simple. Now, the only catch to this is it is proprietary, so obviously, you know, you don't want to lose it. You want to keep an eye on it, but it just simply snaps on the back. Plug it into your USB power source and you are good to go. Very convenient, very easy to use. Okay, moving on. And then we've also got, if you want to take off the clip, you can also run it with this ring on here, which I think we may have to do when we're running it in the tactical mount. I'm not 100% sure, but we will get that all set up and show off what it looks like on the AR-15. Okay, Warrior X redefined the tactical flashlight, Warrior Series 10th anniversary. All right. Again, so as you can see, you have no lack of literature that comes with it, talking about the various features, the heavy-duty build, all that fun stuff. So what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and just get this totally charged up. We will turn it on. We'll go ahead and drop it on a concrete surface a couple times, because if it can't survive the 2-meter fall like it's supposed to, then it's not going to be of any use to us in the most extreme situations. So let me go ahead and get this charging, and we will go from there. Okay, I keep discovering all kinds of cool features about this as I read through it. It says, if you're using this light for self-defense or you need quick access to strobe mode for a better tactical experience, switch to the enhanced tactical operation mode before use. And they do tell you which steps you have to go through for that. I don't know if it gives you like a one-touch strobe off the bat, and then after that it goes into solid beam versus solid beam and then into strobe, but they tell you how to do that. Let's go and check out the magnetic remote switch, because again, what's cool about it is the on button, the charging port, all that stuff is just based off of the rear of the flashlight, which is really cool. Kind of keeps things from getting too cluttered. Okay, so here is your magnetic mount. Alright, so, oh, interesting. Ah, okay, so they do have a Picatinny rail adapter on there, so you can put it on your pick rail to mount it. Wow, it's going to lock into place. Very cool. We'll have to check that out and see how that works. Got your switch right here. Okay, it's got a nice thick plastic covering around it too. Now I'm not sure if you could just use some pull this out and use some double-sided tape on it. You might be able to go that route if you want to. Uses that standard Olight end cap that we use to charge. It's a very similar design. It's got the same kind of rugged feel to it, so this is something where it's going to give you some room to mount it on the other side of your handguard if you wanted to, or in line with the flashlight. We'll just be mounting this on the right side of my AR-15, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we'll go ahead and set that off to the side. Conventional flashlight mount, okay, or a tactical mount. Okay, just get this out of here. Alright, so this is the EWM25. Alright, there we go. Wow, it's pretty heavy duty. Nice. Okay, so it's a real thick polymer, but it does have a metal ring around it. Okay, so you can see that. Decent. You got some mounting hardware here too. So we'll go through the process of mounting the flashlight in here and getting it all set up before we put it on the AR-15 before we use it. Okay guys, welcome to the utility room. This is where we do a lot of the just total pitch black light up tests when we do the flashlight tests on this channel. And so real quick, here is your 600 lumen light. More than adequate to light up a room, especially one that's completely pitch black with not a whole lot of reflective surfaces. There's some natural wood in here. There's a little bit of painted walls. We got this camouflage tarp hanging up over here. Alright, now let's go and crank it up to 2000. Much brighter. Now this is just the first time I've charged the battery, and so we're going to be doing the endurance test on this here pretty soon, with just a little bit of minor use before we do the test. Okay guys, so I am 5'10", 5'11" on a good day. 2 meters is the drop resistance to this for this flashlight. So let's go ahead and put the flashlight on here. There we go. And we will drop it from 6 feet a couple times, see if it still functions. It does have a nice 3mm glass lens on it, which is nice and thick, should help with the durability. So let's go ahead and drop it. Whew, that was painful. Alright, she survived. Let's do it again. Flashlight is definitely starting to heat up. I can feel that. It does have that little hot warning on the front of it. So, okay, here we go. Alright, so 6 feet tall. Alright, she survived. Alright, let's go ahead and submerge it for an hour underwater and see if it has any leaking whatsoever. Alright, here we go. We're going to go ahead and leave it in there for an hour. Just going to let the jug fill up. It is currently 7:40 right now. Okay, we'll come back at 8:40, 8:45 and see if it has any leaking inside of it. We'll take the cap off the back. Take a look at the battery, make sure it still functions, make sure nothing leaks. Alright, got about a good 4 or 5 inches of water over it. I know that doesn't quite have the pressure that, say, 2 meters or 1 meter of water would have on it, but it's a good initial test. Alright, we'll be back in an hour. Okay, 1 hour and 2 minutes submerged. Let's just check and see if it's still functional. Zoom in a little bit there. Okay, we are going to dry it off just so it doesn't leak water into it, even though it might be completely sealed. There we go. Do have some pretty good dings on the back there from when I dropped it on the concrete floor, so it has taken a little bit of abuse so far. Did not crack the glass lens, and there's no water leaking inside the lens. That's always a good sign. Let's go and check the battery compartment, see if we have any water inside of it. It does have double O-rings on it, which is nice to keep it sealed on the back. Battery's completely dry. By the way, that's a 3.6 volts, 3000 milliamp. It's the 10.8 watt hour rechargeable lithium-ion battery. It is a proprietary battery, but I don't think you'll have too much trouble getting those from Olight in the future. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and check and see if she runs. And we are good to go. No problems there. Low mode. Okay, and high mode. Okay, so we are sitting at 9:02 p.m. and we'll go on over here. This thing's gonna get hot, and so to be as safe as possible, I'm gonna leave it in my stainless steel sink. I know it needs to be scrubbed out. Let's go ahead and turn it on high, and we're gonna leave it on high. There we go. And come back here in a little while. We'll check the clock maybe every 30 minutes or so and see how the bulb is getting. And I'll come up on and check on it periodically. And if I notice it really getting dim, we'll definitely check the time and let you know where we're sitting. So anyway, let's go ahead and let that go. And it is, like I said, 9:02 p.m. and we'll see how long she runs for. Okay, so we're sitting at a little over an hour right now. It's 10:04 p.m. and I noticed that it is actually vibrating. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but it is. And what it says here in the manual is that it helps to alert if the battery is low. Power's less than 30%, vibrate once every 5 minutes. Less than 10% vibrate once per minute. Less than 5% vibrate 6 times per minute. About every 15 seconds it was vibrating because it's less than 5%, and it is dead. So we did get a solid hour out of it. Now bear in mind we did have, you know, just maybe a few minutes tops of runtime just testing it down in the storage room, and that's it. So we're going to let it cool down for a couple minutes. We'll plug it back in, charge it back up. Then we'll take it back outside and see how it is just in, you know, outdoor conditions. But we did get a solid hour out of it, running the full 2000 lumen setting, which is not bad. So again, the little vibrate mode is pretty cool. I could actually hear it buzzing, and I wasn't sure. I thought that was my phone, and it turns out it was the flashlight. And it does have that vibrate mode, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and get it charged back up, and we'll take it back outside, and we will go from there. Okay, so we are out back in my house right now. So here's the 600 lumen mode. There we go. More than adequate to pretty much pick out anything you need to. And there is a street light up here, but it's still fairly dark nonetheless. Okay, go ahead and turn that off. Oop, there we go. Now let's put on the 2000 lumen mode. There we go. Definitely much brighter. It's got a nice, solid, huge circle. And this is probably about 40 feet across, I'm guessing, just where I am right now. Just the diameter of the beam that it's throwing. And here's out back. Really lights it up all the way to the neighbor's house. It's about 100 yards away. More than adequately bright for outdoors. Not sure really for hunting applications how you could do this. I don't do a lot of raccoon hunting, but this might be something that you could use. So if you want to wake up the neighbors, this is definitely the way to do it. It's like having a spotlight. Let's go 600 here. There we go. There's just your 600 lumens. More like just kind of a typical kind of LED flashlight. It's not bad. Alright, let's go ahead and get back inside. Okay, so if you want to put this into tactical mode, I guess you could say, so that you have just beam on, beam off, and strobe mode on, strobe mode off without any way to lock it permanently. All you have to do is push down the button while you're screwing on the end cap here over the battery. And then if you push a light push on the back of the button, it's going to give you the light where you can go on and off quickly. It's not going to stay on. Okay, just let go. If you push the button in all the way, it's going to strobe. If you let go, it's going to turn off. So that's the tactical mode where it has the on-off. Now, again, you can't permanently lock it in, on, or off with strobe or beam, but it's going to be, you know, for, like I said, sweeping situations, CQB, things like that. So that is an option. If you want to take it off, you simply have to unscrew it, and I believe once you screw it back on, without any pressure on the top, it's going to put it back into regular mode. So that's just that quick beam and strobe. Okay guys, so we are all clear. Okay, action is locked back. We do have it mounted on the MOE handguard on the right side. And the only issue I ran into, and this really isn't Olight's fault, this is kind of more of the design of Magpul. It kind of comes in at an angle instead of a traditional 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock mounting position. It rests up against my front sight. And I could run it the other side, you know, have it so it's underneath pointing out, but then I really have to wrap my hand around to keep a stable grip on the front of the carbine, and so I don't want to do that. So we'll keep it as is. We'll run the 40 rounds and see if that does anything to it. If anything, it's going to subject the weapon light to even more shock and more heat and whatnot than it normally would, so that might be a better extreme test for it. Now on the left-hand side, you can see where we got the pressure switch, and it is really easy to actuate. If you just want to, you know, hold it and let go, you can kind of do your scan mode, and if you just click it, it'll go on and go off. We'll still need to kind of fiddle around and figure out how to get the low setting to pop up, but it's probably just the way that I'm actually pushing the button. But this does allow me to keep my hand in the normal position like I usually would. It's a little bit of weight up on the front. You feel that extra, 7-8 ounces up there in the front when it's all charged up and running and so on. You got the battery in there and it's good to go. But again, I do like the extra flexibility that it does add. So let's go ahead and take it out to the range. We'll go ahead and run about 40 rounds through it and see if it can handle the shock. I mean, after being dropped a couple times, I don't think it's going to be an issue, but you never know. So we'll just take it out there and run it. Otherwise, like I said, for traditional quad rail, you should have no trouble getting it to clear that front sight, clear your front of your barrel, and so on. This isn't going to be a big deal to me, but it's just something that might bother a few guys. So, all right, let's go ahead and head on out to the range. Okay, guys, let's go and get started with a little durability test here. We got PMAG 40 rounds of 5.56 NATO, and we're going to go ahead and run that through the Bear Creek Arsenal M4. All right, light is on. There we go. We're not going to touch the thumb button at all. Keep my thumb up here, and let's just see how she does. There we go. Yep, still on. All right, we're clear. Okay, 40 rounds. We have dropped it. We have dumped it in water. We've subjected it to some vibration and shock. And we did a little durability test on time. Looks like we got about an hour out of it. And she is staying on. Very comfortable. No real issues at all. It's even sitting up against that A2 flash hider. I'm sorry, that front A2 sight post on there. And no issues at all. So, all right, there we go. We'll go ahead and take it back to the house and just have a few final words about it. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. This is our initial round of testing on the Olight Warrior X tactical flashlight. As you can see, it survived the testing that we put it through. Don't forget, guys, Olight's going to have a one-day special on March 22nd, 2019. You can save up to 40% off if you order the light with the mount and the pressure switch. You'll actually get it for a really good deal. You save around 30% if you just want the flashlight by itself but don't want any of the optional accessories. But hey, might as well take advantage of a good deal. I'll have a link down below in the description box you can click on for that discount, as well as some of the other details. And I'll make sure to put that link in the comment section down below. So that's it, guys. That's our initial testing. Olight Warrior X. I'm very impressed with it. It's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, do make sure you check it out, and we'll go from there. So anyway, thanks for watching today, guys. You can follow me on Gunstreamer, UGEtube, guntube.org, gunchannels.com. Make sure you check out my podcast called Caliber Corner. It's on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Through the month of March of 2019, and then in April of 2019, Caliber Corner is going to be switching to Thursday nights from 5 to 7 p.m. Central Time, 6 to 8 Eastern Time. Do make sure you check it out. Otherwise, guys, that's it. A lot more range tests coming your way. Again, check out the Olight. Very good deal. It's a very capable, very bright flashlight. And as you know, guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.